You know that moment in a crowded hotel lobby when a soft voice comes over the PA and somehow, like perfectly, the jazz music just dips enough so you hear your name?
Yeah, it's definitely not an accident.
Right, it's this highly orchestrated acoustic illusion. So today we are unpacking exactly how commercial audio actually pulls that off. We are using a detailed product page from HDTVSupply for the QSC MP-M40 music and paging mixer as our guide.
Yeah, we just, accept good audio as a given in a restaurant or a gym. But behind the wall, there was a very smart, very specific brain making it all happen.
Okay, so let's unpack this. We are looking at a physical box that costs around 1,500 bucks, right?
Right, exactly.
It has 8 inputs and 6 outputs. But if you just plug a bunch of mics and background music players into a box and hit play, you just get absolute mud.
Oh, yeah, total chaos.
So how does this gear organize the mess, like an invisible acoustic traffic cop?
Well, what's fascinating here is that it can't just be a passive traffic cop pointing at who goes next. It actively translates and processes the sound.
Okay, so what do you mean by translates?
Take the inputs, for example. The specs mention it has 4 mono-summed RCA inputs for things like, a Spotify playlist.
Wait, mono summed, I assume that means like stripping away the stereo sound?
Yeah, exactly.
But why would you want that? I mean, I thought stereo was the gold standard.
In your living room, sure. But think about a grocery store ceiling.
Oh, right.
If a song has the guitar playing out of the left speaker and the vocals out of the right, a shopper in aisle 3 might only hear the guitar.
That would be super weird. So mono-summing just crushes the left and right audio channels perfectly together?
You got it. That way, every single speaker gets the full song.
Okay, that makes sense. You have to tailor the sound to the space. But here is where it gets really interesting and honestly a little terrifying.
Oh, you mean the apps?
Yeah, the dual app approach. You've
Mhm.
got an app called MP Install for the audio engineers, but then a totally separate app called MP Manage that goes on the smartphones of the daily staff. Wait, so you're telling me a busy bartender can just use their phone to page a customer without accidentally destroying the EQ for the entire restaurant? Giving them control of a $1,000 audio matrix sounds like a recipe for a blown speaker.
I would be terrified too. But that is actually the genius of the software restrictions.
How so?
Well, the MP Install app is the heavy lifter. The designer uses a workflow wizard and applies something called intrinsic correction.
Intrinsic correction.
Yeah, it is essentially a preloaded digital profile that tells the specific QSC loudspeakers exactly how to behave for optimal sound. And then they lock all that deep engineering away behind a digital wall.
Ah, so the bartender isn't accidentally messing with the crossover frequencies while just trying to turn up the patio volume.
Precisely. When the staff opens their MP Manage app, the designer has completely restricted their view.
That is so smart.
Right. They might only see a single slider for the volume or a button to select a playlist. They can't break the system because the system just will not let them see the parts that can break.
Okay, so that saves the speakers from human error. But what about the physical environment? I mean, a restaurant gets loud, someone drops a tray, a live microphone gets too close to a speaker.
That is where the machine starts fixing audio in real time. For instance, it has 12-band anti-feedback notch filters.
Let me guess. A notch filter literally notches out the bad noise.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Think of it like a sonic scalpel.
Oh, like that.
So if a microphone starts screeching because of a specific high-pitched frequency bouncing off a hard floor, the system instantly identifies that exact pitch and slices it out.
And it does this without muffling the rest of the audio.
Exactly. And it does it instantly.
Wow. The specs do highlight 32-bit floating point processing and a 2.3 millisecond latency. 2.3 milliseconds is, basically imperceptible.
Which is vital. If we connect this to the bigger picture, latency is the absolute enemy of live audio.
Oh, for sure.
If there is a lag between someone speaking into a mic and the speaker playing it, you get an echo that completely disorients the person speaking. This raw processing speed ensures the audio is crystal clear and lag-free.
Speaking of microphones, there's a feature here that completely blew my mind. It is called store and forward paging.
Oh yeah, this is brilliant. Have you ever tried to make an announcement in a loud room with a live mic?
Yeah, you can barely hear yourself over the background noise. You just end up shouting and sounding all muffled.
Right. So instead of a live mic, store and forward lets a staff member record their announcement on their smartphone, kind of like a voice memo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they hit send. The system seamlessly ducks the background music, dipping the volume down automatically, and then plays the crystal clear recording over the PA.
That is amazing. It takes all the pressure off the staff and guarantees the message is actually understood by the customers. So, what does this all mean for you? Next time you are in a hotel meeting room or grabbing a smoothie at the gym and you hear the background music perfectly dip the second an announcement is made, you will know exactly what is happening.
Yeah, it is not magic.
No, it is a hyper-fast, mono-summing, brain-wielding sonic scalpels to manage the audio traffic before you even notice.
It really does raise an interesting question to think about, though.
That's that.
Well, if a piece of technology can so perfectly and automatically curate our acoustic environments behind the scenes, how much of our mood, our pacing, and our behavior in public spaces is being subtly mixed without us ever realizing it?